So there's a slug I know, and his name is Salmon. You don't name a slug Salmon. He spells it with an I, and I don't know, because his parents weren't good with names and shit, you know how it is. And everybody looks at him weird, like, oh fuck, why the fuck is that slug such a weird color? And they don't realize that slugs are already pretty weird. Like, they look like just big blobs of snot moving around, so, like, he's not all that different, really. He's okay. He says he listens to music, but, like, it's not really music, it's just sounds, really, like crackling campfires and songs about California. He keeps saying he's gonna move to California and be with all the hippie slugs, because they're the only ones who really understand his brand of music. So, in relation to that, when people ask him about his philosophy, he just says that he's ready and wanting to be filled up with the good stuff. Like, that's his whole motto. Whatever. No, Salmon, you're just a stupid slug. You can't move to California, like, you'll dry up and you'll get stepped on like your snail cousin. Yeah, well, guess what? Arnold Schwarzenegger was told that he shouldn't go to California, and then he became the fucking governor, and so when I go to California, I'm gonna meet him, and so fuck you. Now, Salmon actually hates politics, so he's not gonna meet him about being the governor. I mean, he wants to meet Arnold because he's gonna become a bodybuilder. I mean, even though Salmon is a snot slug, he loves muscles. Not muscles, but muscles. He's been making things with toothpicks and gumdrops, and he's been doing mad reps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he gets tired, and then he's like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he throws up. But he's got this picture of Arnold, and he looks at it, and he's always like, that guy looks like he's got 1,000 slugs under his skin. Like, look how many muscles he has to look like 1,000 slugs instead of one. But he doesn't want to admit that he can't be a bodybuilder because, he's a slug. So he just keeps going. Though people start to actually put faith in him, like, oh man, Salmon, he did so many reps today that I looked at his snail trail and it was in the shape of fucking Cuba. Like, he must be so fit, man. And the person next to him is like, no, Jerry, you're just off your meds again. Like, stop. Sometimes he just sits there and lets all of his ambition wash over him. Just a big wave of meat, a meat wave. Come to think of it, that's kind of why he likes muscles so much. Like, not muscles, but muscles. These big, elegant waves of meat, like the biggest pink slugs, the biggest salmon slugs. I am Salmon Slug, he yells into the void. And then he sees this giant meat wave start to form on his bedroom wall, and it keeps growing and moving like 1,000 slugs, and the Arnold poster in his room just leaps out finally and is like, Salmon Slug, you are a snot blob, not made of meat, you will never have muscles like me. Just out of nowhere, and Salmon Slug doesn't really question it. And by the way, stay out of California. And then Arnold just leaves. And Salmon Slug is like, wow, maybe Arnold is kind of a dick, and also he sounds like Werner Herzog. Like, that's really strange, but it explains a couple things if you think about it. But the weight of this realization that, he's just Salmon Slug, the meatless snot blob, just like falls on top of him. He's just sitting there, ready and wanting to be filled up with the good stuff. But he'll never get the good stuff.
Welcome